Welcome to the Alan Berry Reports TV show. I'm Alan Berry Laboucan. I'm the host of the show and the editor of the Alan Berry Reports. Thank you very much for joining us today. Today's resource stocks talk is going to be focused on a company called US Gold. Just to put it into a little bit of context, US Gold is their largest shareholder, and the company's chairman and CEO is Rob McEwen. For viewers that don't know much about Rob McEwen, I wanted to tell you a little bit about his history, and it kind of ties in with some of the things that we look for in a company, so I think you'll understand as we talk about him. Rob was several years ago, he was the founder and leader really of Goldcorp. In fact, he started with Goldcorp when they were a tiny little junior exploration company, and ultimately helped the company grow into one of the world's largest gold producers. And one of the reasons that I wanted to talk a little bit about this is partially to talk about his past successes, but also often when I'm talking about or looking at a junior exploration company or a larger sized, mid-sized, or even a large gold company, or especially on the smaller end, I'm looking to see what is the prospect, what is sort of the end game for the company. Are they a company that I think could be a takeover target, or are they another route that companies go when they have a big success with a discovery that looks like it could be a mineable project, is that they bring it into production themselves. And in the case of Goldcorp, that's exactly what they did. Their Red Lake, their focus is in Red Lake, Ontario. Red Lake is one of the best camps in the world to be gold camps in the world to be looking for high-grade gold deposits, and that's exactly what they had found in Red Lake. And it was actually quite an interesting story of how they made their big discoveries out there. They ran a contest back in the 1990s, and basically what the contest was they challenged, if you will, geologists throughout the world to sort of unravel the mystery of that project, and ultimately that was a success. Some of the people that they had got involved were instrumental in the company making the major discoveries on the project that ultimately turned into to the mines. And so Goldcorp is an example of a company that made an important discovery, ultimately brought that discovery into production, used the success from that to grow into a much larger company, and Rob McEwen was critically important in the growth of the big growth in Goldcorp. And several years ago, in the last 4 or 5 years, he branched out, left Goldcorp, and now he's the largest shareholder, as I mentioned, and the chairman and CEO of US Gold. Now, US Gold has for full disclosure, we're not shareholders of the company. We had them as a featured company in several of our past radio shows. We started out with the radio show, and now we no longer do the radio show. We now do this video show, but we have all of our past radio shows on our website. And if you'd like to find which shows US Gold was talked about, you can go to our website, and then you'll find a link to our blog. Go on the blog and you'll find a radio shows directory. Then if you look through the 60-some shows that we had, you'll find several with US Gold. Then you go back to the radio show player and you can find which ones we talked about US Gold. And of course, they have been a featured company on our Alan Berry Reports email newsletter since September 28th, 2008, and that was the 19th edition of our report. And that as well you can find on our website. On the website you'll see reports. and in there you can either download the Word file or you can read the report right on the website. And so US Gold has been one of our featured companies. They sort of have two areas that they're really involved with. Down in Nevada, they have several projects on the Cortez Trend. This is a very prolific trend in Nevada where several mines have been found, large mines, and US Gold has several projects in Nevada, some with resources on them, and you can find all that on their website, and we're going to put a link below the video player later, and so you can find out more about their Nevada gold projects. Now, what really brought our attention to the company and first of all, anything that Rob McEwen's involved with, I keep an eye on. And I had been following US Gold Corp for some time, and then what really got me excited and adding them to the report and talking about them on the radio show was their silver exploration project down in Mexico called El Gallo. El Gallo, they've been drilling quite aggressively and hitting a lot of high-grade gold intersections. And what's equally as exciting, I mean, it's one thing to find high-grade silver. It's another thing to find it so close to the surface. And that combination can be turn into a very lucrative situation in a mining operation, having high-grade close to surface. And El Gallo is moving along. They've got a lot of silver in the ground there. They're drilling aggressively. They come out with news consistently. You can go to their website and you can find out a lot about that. And another reason why I'm really excited about this El Gallo project is I'm a big bull on silver. I'm also a big bull on gold. I think gold's going a lot higher, but I actually think silver is primed to aggressively outperform gold. And one of the reasons is that, silver projects are not easy to find. And in the case of El Gallo, they have a very impressive silver project. And so, it's one of these projects that I look at as a US Gold being a leveraged play to moves in gold and silver. And so, El Gallo is a very impressive project, and it's catching a lot of investor attention. And you can find out more about the company on their website, and you can do your own due diligence and check out their prospects. So that's a wrap on today's Resource Stocks talk about US Gold. As always, we're big believers in investors doing their own homework and trying to understand the fundamentals of the companies that they look at. And US Gold is one that is worth taking a look at to do your own homework and try to understand their prospects. Before closing the show, we'd like to stress that this show and our reports are for information purposes only. We aren't making buying or selling recommendations. It's important for you to do your own research and speak with your financial advisors before making any investment decisions. We're always trying to grow our audience, and if you'd like to help us, below the screen you'll see some share buttons, and those share buttons will help you pass on to your friends that follow the markets how to find our shows, and you can do that via Twitter, Facebook, or email. We really appreciate you taking the time to watch the show. We're well aware that everybody is busy these days, and we strive to produce a show that saves you time and gives you helpful, high-quality information. We hope you can join us for our future shows or visit us on our website at allenberryreports.com. On the website, in addition to finding out everything we're working on, you can also subscribe for our email newsletter so we can keep in touch with you and let you know what we're working on. And all of our past TV shows are on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/allenberryreports. Once again, thank you very much for joining us today, and have a great day.